Hi, hello and welcome to Simonson Farms. I'm Justin Simonson. All is right with the world. I'm outstanding my field once again. Take a quick look around here behind me. It's, well, this is a funny looking field, isn't it? There's no pretty green stuff. I mean, heck, even the stuff that is alive in the background, it doesn't look all that pretty. That's Eastern Washington for you. I mean, we don't get rain, so we don't get really impressive looking fauna. But right now, I'm out doing a little bit of field scouting. I'm gonna work on getting into crop scouting here a little later, but figured while I was here, I might as well kind of give you a look around, show what I'm looking at. So I don't know, could you tell before? I'm kind of in a low spot here. This is actually a draw or a ditch. I don't know. It's a watershed of some sort. And we've been having some pretty good runoff events through the winter the last few years. And this year we seem to have skated by, and when the snow left, it didn't leave just a ton of washes and gullies and other things, but we have the ones from the previous years that we haven't addressed because we really don't have any tooling that really works well for that. We have some, but we just have been running around in the spring because we've been doing some spring crop the last couple of years, and just haven't been able to get at it. So I'm kind of surveying what's here. I mean, it's down there, and I want to kind of take a look and see whether or not I should try to address it now while there's some rain still coming, or if I want to wait until maybe I can buy something, or till the farm can buy something that might work a little better, be a little beefier than the 80-year-old discs that I'm looking at. So let's have a quick look-see here. Yeah, I didn't think this was gonna pick up on the camera, but I mean, you can see there's something of a V shape cut in here, and it's not real happy. Make sure and get a good Adams County tumbleweed in here. They're no fun to drive through when you're on the tractor. They'll really knock the stuffing out of you. I mean, you can see here, if you've got sharp eyes, we've got these funny little white flecks. Oh, let's key in on one of them here. Which is this stuff. It's kind of a little bit of a whitish cream color, I guess you might call it. This is it's not quite gonna break in my hand, but we call this cleachy. It's a relatively soft, I guess mineralized sort of rock, but it's an alkali, probably mostly calcium-based stuff, and it is quite persistent throughout the region in certain spots. There's kind of, I guess, ledge is probably the right word. Ledges of it. I sometimes like to use shelf, but there's these places where it is more often found, and especially where we have shallow soils. I mean, we have a water channel here that has worn away, eroded the soil and earth, which has led to it having been brought to the surface, or more accurately, the surface being brought to it. And it just makes kind of a mess. Oh, there's the Nelly dog. Hi, Nelly dog. She won't come if I call. Anyway, but on top of this nice cliche stuff, which from what I've read is due to some sort of lake buildup from years ago, like hundreds and thousands, if not millions of years ago. That there used to be some lakes that were in this area, shallow lakes, I think. But we also have, our nice, that's a good example of an igneous rock. All the happy little hot bubbles. We have a lot of this in these shallower spots. So, I think I've mentioned before, but we do have rocks here. Everybody should farm rocks. At any rate, I'm gonna see what I can do to even this out. Make it so we're not losing teeth when we drive through this on the tractor. So yeah, I might move on to the next thing now. All right, so I went ahead and moved up to the other end of this field that I am in. Yep. Anyway, so here on this other end, we've got some more of this. We'll just call it stuff for right now. But the thing I did notice when I was riding around out here is we have one thing that is, in this area, we consider to be the surest sign of spring, and it's these little guys. We've got buttercups amidst our weeds that shall not be named. But it's kind of fun. These are a spring perennial, or spring annual, if I remember right. And they don't transplant well. If you're a very skilled gardener, you can figure out how to transplant them, but I mean, you've got to know your stuff. They are a bit persnickety, but I figured I'd share a little bit of our happy spring flowers. There's just a couple, but yeah, that's how it's one of the things that I look for every spring. I try to see whether or not we've got buttercups in bloom, and that, like I said, it's the surest way that we know that spring is here. So hooray! It's springtime. Time to get to work. Anyway, that's what we got going on right now. There's lots of stuff in the works. We'll be getting to it. I mean, I've got, well, there might be something back there worth mentioning. But yeah, there's going to be stuff in the fields. There's going to be stuff in the field, and there's going to be stuff in the field. But the weather keeps up like this. I mean, we're pretty close to sunset, and I really could be out here in shirt sleeves. So it's that time. Plus, we seem to be buying a lot of things right now. So that there's stuff to show around the farm, and like I said. So, if you're watching this, you do know how the internet works, which means use your manual manipulators, activate some buttons, tap, click, whatever you like. And really, it's until next time. I'll see you later, because I've got to get back to work.